Darlene Calloway on WJZZ Cool TV every Thursday night from 6 to 7. Let's go play some jazz.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you. Welcome everyone.
Yes.
You are watching the Preservation of Jazz Hour with yours truly, Sky Covington, and my beautiful co-host.
Darlene Calloway, nice to see
Yes.
everybody. Nice to be here.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all know this show is going to be an epic show because we have all of our, some of our sister queens here, and I'm going to use my notes. Of course, I know everybody. The beautiful Satin Dow Review elect Denise Edwards,
Yes.
also known as Lena Horn, is here tonight.
Hey, Lena in the house.
One of my, the beautiful queen. We sat and had several dinners and prayed together, and you've done so much for the community. You're a healer. You are obviously one of the premier jazz vocalists in the city. And you care, and you've been, and Yah has brought you out of some sickness, that you're a conqueror is the word I'm using.
And more.
And ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful everyone on WJZZ Cool TV, the beautiful Juanita Green.
Thank you so much for having me. God bless you. Love you.
And so I do have, this is the thing, I do have, I hope Sheila, the Queen of Dooney, is watching because we've just did something. I need to fix that. Okay, because she's saying that she never received. That's okay. Let's see here, because I'm going to be. What's our? We're going to put her on. I'm going to stop what I'm doing because this is one of the most important things in life is adding the beautiful Queen Aduni
Yes, indeed.
to this. Okay.
Live experience.
So yes, to this experience.
Yes.
So we have. And you know what? Let me go back. I need a redo. I need a redo. Okay, so I'm going to redo this.
Okay.
Singer-songwriter Denise Edwards infuses smooth R&B and sultry jazz vocals to any standard along with the soulful, sensual flavor. She is gorgeous.
Indeed.
All right.
And I'm blessed to be here with you all tonight.
Thank you, because I want to do
want to
yes.
do proper introductions.
Yes.
I love that.
We
That
could
was
always
like-
get a do-over.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
right.
you
And
so,
so,
much for that.
to a native Detroiter, Juanita Green is rooted in gospel music experiences of Professor Kenneth Miner and Reverend Charles Nix, which now influence her alto choir stylings with the Temple of I Am's voices of I Am Choir. Her jazz roots sprouted at the I Am's Paradise 3 Supper Club, weekly jazz entertainment session hosted by Professor Hiroshima Shimo
Harishimo. Remember
Hiroshima Cox, Paul Ambler, and others who fostered interactions with many of the Detroit's most iconic musicians, including Harold McKinney, Marcus Belgrave, Teddy Harris, and lifelong friend and brother Ralph Armstrong, among many others. Having overcome breast cancer in recent years, the beautiful Queen Juanita is committed to sharing the healing power of love through God's word, gospel, jazz, and other musical genres, and by sharing holistic and conventional health resources within our community, especially the power of exercise. Okay, we're going to answer that phone call while we finish. Exercise and medicine through her fitness classes as she pursues her master's degree to become a clinical exercise physiologist.
Wow.
After departing her construction management career and culminating culminated at the Wayne State University construction project manager who oversaw the design and construction of the
Atchison and Ghaffari.
and
Ghaffari.
Ghaffari Residence Hall. Juanita's current endeavors includes her sisterhood with the Grand Rising Elizabeth Conference,
Yes.
her LAFS Cancer Pass Project, which explain that LAFS.
It's an laughs. It's
Laughs. Okay.
Acronym. It's an African. It's an acronym for Life Altering Fitness Solutions.
Excellent. Community Health Fair Mobile Mammogram Day. That is our beautiful queen, Juanita Green. Yes, we salute you. And in the center here, the beautiful Rosa Renee, makeup artist, beauty spokesperson, and owner of Face Game Beauty, chemical free cosmetics, black owned
Thank you
business.
for that. Yes.
Thank you for enjoying our show, beloved.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
And I love her enthusiasm. She and she receives when we say I love you all the time. And that's my love language is I love you.
Yeah.
It don't need to be
Right.
no other language but that.
That's right.
Whatever language you speak, that's my language
There you
is
go.
I love you, and that's
Too.
our language. So we love you, sister. And on the line here we have the beautiful Queen Aduni.
Yes.
Greetings, Queen.
Hey, I love
Welcome.
you. I love, like QB used to say.
Yes.
Will it turn up at all?
Well, we're gonna Derek's gonna help us get you turned up. In the process, we're gonna do our station ID, everybody, because you are watching the Preservation of Jazz Hour live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ,
the
coolest station in the world. With my beautiful co-host. My beautiful co-host, Darlene Calloway. She is an honorary satin doll.
Yes, I am so honored to be that.
Yes,
too.
she is a mother.
Yes.
She is one of our dearest friends. She is a healer. I'm telling you, I can call Darlene in the wee mornings, and she will heal me with the scriptures that I need to center myself. She has a beautiful family. She is loved in the community. She is the first face that you see in any of my productions because she's already Yah made her. God
Yes.
made her an already woman. She's just all put together. She knows she's has eloquency, etiquette. Like she's just a great,
Yes.
like us all. She
Yes.
just is. She's a great spirit, and I love you. So we're gonna let her start the conversation off tonight.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, allow because you are. It's already yours.
Well, you know what? I want to bring Queen Aduni in here again and welcome her.
Yes.
And I think, Sky, along with the introduction that we've given to everybody else, Queen Aduni,
Yes.
she needs no introduction, but I think we should give her that also.
Well, yeah. Well, we gonna let you pull that out of her. You guys, come on now. Queen Aduni, and I will. I'm so excited about what's about to happen. So maybe I'm going too fast, but let me slow down. Thank you, beloved, for even doing that in such a wise and beautiful way. Queen Aduni is one of the. She is a sister, friend, mentor, wife, entrepreneur that embraces. She loves to entertain. She's a event specialist.
Yes.
She has the Everett's, her Everett School. schools of braiding and natural hair for almost 50 years.
Yes, that's absolutely so.
She has been in many magazines and she's done so much for the community.
Yes.
And not only that, she is my partner in Hug Detroit Day. She is my the co-founder of Hug Detroit Day. She is going to be emceeing our show this Saturday.
Yes.
And she is a pillar of the community, really.
True queen.
Indeed.
A true queen.
Yes.
And we want to hear hear you, beloved. What are you doing right now that we can support and love on?
Well, I want to thank you all of you beautiful Elizabeth. And thank you, Sky, for inviting me on. And I have to say that my alias name now, you would know me by Sheila Everett Hale.
Yes.
The wife of the wonderful Phil Hale, master keyboard player, and of course I sing some jazz and tambourine, tambourine queen. I acknowledge all of you queens that are on the call right now or sitting there. I went and got my face all prettied up and stuff. I thought I was going to be seen. But I just, really, I'm so happy. And I just want to, along with the Elizabeth Visionary.
Sister, you still there?
I think she is.
Are you there, beloved? Okay.
Hmm?
Oh,
Okay.
we thought we had lost you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Oh, so do I have to start all over?
No. Just where you are now. We just lost you for a second there.
Okay, okay. So the Elizabeth Visionary Conference, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Her phone is doing some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
the story
okay.
comes from in a biblical story of Mary when the angel came to say, you're going to carry the Son of God, Jesus, and you are. So she said, well, how am I going to do that? So he explains how the Holy Ghost is going to come and hover over you, so on and so forth. But the other part of that scripture was saying that, oh yeah, and your cousin Elizabeth is also with child. So she was carrying a miracle.
Right. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen now?
Release.
Excuse me.
That was John the Baptist.
We have so much that we want to share, but I really want to keep my word. I didn't promise and I didn't swear, and so I'm good with that. But I just want to make sure that we can get the best from you. So, beloved, what we're gonna do, Derek is going to contact Roger, and we're going to get you on that video call. So you're going to be our finale. Is that fair?
Oh, that's fine.
Because I really want to get the most of what this hour provides for what I really had planned for today. And I think I won't say injustice, but I say that we just have we're under construction, so things may happen. But because this show is very important to me today, that I need to see your face and I need to get you on that video chat. Okay?
No problem.
Because what's
I'll be
happening
here
here
listening.
right now, which I'm sure everyone is knows this is live. We're not getting the full abundance of what this show was supposed to get. It's very important for this show to get a certain thing because we have to get into a variations of conversations because this show today is the topic, and maybe you could just hang out with us for a bit. This show is the backstage.
Yes, the backstage.
Okay.
What happens backstage,
Mm-hmm.
the backstory, and the muse, how we're inspired. And as it relates to jazz, jazz can spill out in so many different ways. So we have, as jazz relates to inspiration, how a jazz singer can kind of have her life being stopped for a bit, and how that has affected you. And then how you and I met, and then how
Things progress from that.
how things progress from that.
Yes.
As far as us sharing, and as far as us seeing great qualities in each other.
Right.
You know, and how Darlene and I, how we are connected. When I say me, I mean jazz, because that's
what connects us
that's
all.
yeah, and that's what this show is, really the preservation of jazz, and as it relates to a multitude of things, how, you know, as my muse, because we experienced something, and I'm so anxious to get into this conversation. We experienced something Saturday night that has provoked me to have all of you on stage on the platform.
Okay.
We've been doing the Satin Dow for a great some time now, and I've been very untouched with, you know, the Southern Strange Fruit. It's the finale, but then I really, and I'm so grateful, found out what that song really means this weekend. We experienced something. So, and I'm gonna just take 5 minutes of my story, and then we can all take a bite, because you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just take 5 minutes, and even if Sheila, the Queen of Dooney, Sheila Hale, wants to stay on to do that, but we can do 5 minutes, because we have to get this out.
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to defame anybody, but what I want to bring attention, and I'm so ecstatic about this thing happening to me, because I've been a little pampered little lady.
Yes.
People like, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. I'm like, really, it ain't been that hard, because I got a good man, and I can sit 24. I don't even have to get into bed. I can sit and work 24 hours without being disturbed. In my home. So when people are like, oh, I know you need help. Yeah, I need a little help. But I'm saying, as far as like the blessings,
Yes.
I have support. Like, we all have this.
Yes.
So this is the backstory.
Right.
So
You
I
have to
do
have
this
support.
show. I do this show in Brighton. I do this show, and it was great.
It was great.
It was a great show.
Marvelous show. Yeah.
In Brighton.
In Brighton.
Oh, okay.
No, but listen to this.
Okay.
But this is a game that we have to play. We're not gonna, because Brighton, I didn't know all of that.
Okay.
So we just gonna listen to the story,
Okay.
because we didn't go in it with that, did we?
Not at all.
We were zippity doo dah, zippity yay. We was in there. Right. Now, mind you, what you bring up, because I am doing such a we are doing the Satin Dow review, that you would think that anything come my way or your way, however way, because we know the show that we're putting out. We know the history. We know. But you don't know until it happened to you.
Yes.
True.
And that's what I learned this weekend. You don't know. We can sing the songs, but on April 29th, when I sing that song, all the dragging and the floor sitting and all of that, it's not going. Whatever you see me, however you saw me do that song, it will never be the same on how I'm gonna do it on the 29th.
Can I
Oh,
say?
I got you.
Give me my 5 minutes. Give me my 5 minutes.
Okay.
I got about 3 more minutes.
Okay.
So the show went great. We sold how many CDs? About 15 for the.
about 15. Yeah.
And then we did we do 5 for the first?
Yeah, about 5 for the first.
And then about
set.
maybe-
because the show was set up in 2 different sets.
Yeah.
An hour and a half, was it?
Hour and a half for both shows.
Yeah, for both shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we slid in. It was my Sabbath. I'm true enough. So we slid in. I always say, if you got a good music, if you have a good sound guy, you don't need a sound check. That's what I always say. That's how I live my life. I've learned to depend on the sound man.
Yes.
Sometimes what people don't realize, when you come in there, that means the sound guy, it kind of actually, maybe everybody can't do it. I got 2 more minutes. That I've trusted the sound guy. That's my little thing that I do. It's my secret. It's my backstory. So I slid in there. We got in there. We did our show. I had 3 vintage, like the best of the best.
Yes.
Daryl Smith on bass.
Yes.
Alex Brooks, Larry Smith's drummer on drums.
Yes.
And I had Rob Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Great
Pianist.
band.
Oh, yes.
Great.
Let me just say we. I got 2 more minutes.
Okay.
We was funny. We was cute. I had that red lipstick that you had on.
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
The power, it was the Sabbath, even
Yes.
though I broke the Sabbath, but we
it.
came in there.
Yes.
You know, I had a few requests before, but we did a great job.
Yes.
And this was one of the first shows that I gave myself a compliment. And then, 1 more minute, I got an email Monday morning after another, Sunday, it was standing room only.
Yes.
I had to
At
go
the pub.
out. Standing room only. And then I got an email. Now, you would have thought, when I got this email, that it was in the 1950s. With this email,
Wow.
yes. It started out with a rating system. That's how it started. And then it now you got 2 shows, so it was about maybe 5 comments. The rating system was also with 4 more of my peers that I book from time to time. Paul King, Ben Sharkley, Olivia Bangor, and Nicole, who books me for her gigs. Okay, I'm going to finish this minute out. So the story is, I get this email, so I call him because I didn't pray when I woke up. I call him and I want to tell him how I feel. But I didn't read the whole thing. That the show that we did, the best show that I thought I
I thought
did,
it was pure excellence.
was his worst experience.
Oh, wow.
That it was that I was rated and my rate was low. I didn't know it was a talent contest. That's what he said. I told him that. I called him. Then I was like, all week, I was so angry and so hurt that I was depressed all week. Then I thought about it. That you can't sing jazz if you haven't gotten one of them letters, how you really can sing jazz. So this is where, I know it seems like a little setup, but my backstory is hopefully how we can gain, how we can understand what really happened to our sisters and brothers who did the same thing we did, and who you may be putting on their makeup, and how when we may be not feeling well, how I think in the letter, I'm going over. Let me go get 1 more minute. I think in the letter I requested a mic stand. I think I requested a mic stand. And the audacity for me to ask him for a mic stand on a gig.
As if that's being a
That-
diva in some way.
Right. For me to ask for a table. Like, these are like his, and I'm telling you, we're gonna read the letter at some point. We're not gonna do it today. But this is where this conversation is leaning towards. And the reason that I'm using this as the backstory is because, so what, Sky? This has happened. You're doing a show. We had to come through the back. Then we came through the kitchen.
Wow.
We had a petition.
What do Rosa Parks do?
Right. Well, that's the question. So, what is how are we discussing this today? So, I went over. So we're doing 7 minutes, 7 minutes apiece. So, who's going to take the next 7?
I just want to comment on what you said.
Okay.
You never sing Strange Fruit. You never perform Strange Fruit.
Teach on that.
You give us an experience.
You live it.
You live it.
Yes. Yes.
Hearing you perform, as we say, sing as we say, Strange Fruit is a life experience. And I believe that's what happened to your detractors.
definitely.
It touched viscerally.
Woo.
I'm going to leave it right there.
Oh, that
like
is
where
so
you left
true.
it.
Yeah,
I like where you left
that's
it.
heavy because yeah.
Yeah, because we have to figure out where we are now.
Yeah.
And if you touch a nerve, it's going to ring a bell. It's going to
There it
ring
is.
and it's going to be resounding.
Yes.
So don't take it as personal. Realize that is a platform to keep doing what you're doing
Yes.
because that they have to feel it.
Yeah, they
They
must
have
have
to
felt it
feel
in
it.
Brighton then.
Yeah.
Must have.
They
So
have to
what is
feel
your
it.
take on the whole?
You know, my experience, we were there timely.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was dressed to the T, the musicians.
Oh, yeah.
When that first note went on, I'm like, oh my God, they about to rock the world in this place right here. And they just created such a beautiful thing. And when by the time Sky stepped up after their introduction of music, the audience was ready. I'm watching them. So Sky got up there and she performed. I mean, she was congenial with everybody,
Yes.
went into the audience,
Yes.
did this, did that, made them, drew everybody in.
Right.
They were standing, they were
beautiful
clapping,
voice.
they were all of that,
That's that
right?
song.
So I'm experiencing it too, just like
Right.
the person who brought her there, you know. And so then they took a break. You know, the way they were asked to
Yeah.
for the first experience. And then another group of people came in and patrons, and then she sang the second hour and a
Got
half.
a full house.
But
yeah.
but in the interim, before the first group left, I went into the audience and I passed out flyers, I
Right.
passed out cards. Hey, how'd you like? Oh, we loved it. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just, everything was just glowing. Matter of fact, one gentleman came up to Man, which of course is Sky's husband. He came up and said, "Look, are you the one who gets to go home with her? Oh my God!" You know, it was both
Right.
a male and a female came to acknowledge him because they saw the beauty in her
Yes.
and what she gave that night.
Right.
So for her to receive that, you know, in a couple of days later, it was quite strange.
Yes.
It was,
jarring.
Yeah, it was.
was, yeah.
Very jarring.
Yeah, and so today when I labeled it and I said it's the backstory, the muse, because I was trying to tell my husband because this was the week and I knew. Let me tell you, this the week that he was off. This the week that he was off for a whole week. So it wasn't like I did pray about it and I prayed about it, but I started really thinking like, okay, this is good. Even though it hurt, I even hit the heavy bag today.
Right.
I did. I really did. No,
get it.
because this was the. Did somebody just knock on the door?
It's my
Okay, good.
I'm trying not to move
It's
it.
okay, beloved.
I swear.
Yeah, and this, I was so tired, and I when I sent a text, I was like, let me just go to sleep. Let me get my spirit right. So I woke up. I told my husband, like, honey, I'm still angry.
Yeah.
You know, and I never get angry. I'm
Yes.
always like so cool.
Yes.
But this is the thing. And for you too, beloved, because I brought you here because we just talked yesterday. So I had to think of something. I learned this that you all probably know because we're amongst queens. You know that it fueled me. That hate that he gave me, and I tell you, I love. Criticize me, critique me, make me better, pull my skirt. That's how some of my best people, some of our best, Sheila, she, you know, she has her way of talking to me, and like, you know what, Sheila used to say, baby, you gonna have to learn how to ask for some money. You know, or Darlene will, you know, so the reason that this is so important to me, it's happening because this only come when we're about to change something.
That's it.
And that's it.
It's
That's
It's the only time because I'm telling you, I've been in some sugar.
Yeah.
And I mean the opposite of sugar.
And you don't have to take it personal, but
No,
it
like
is
I said.
personal awareness.
It's
that
personal.
it is
Yeah.
still happening in these times and days. Even though our ancestors like Martin Luther King Harriet Tubman,
Yes.
just to name a few. Rosa Parks paved the way, you know, so we wouldn't
It's
have to
still in our
endure certain
DNA.
situations
Our trauma is
such
still in
as
our DNA.
this.
Right.
Yes.
Yet, you know, we gotta still stand tall
That's right.
Right.
and
And
keep moving forward with
yeah.
greatness.
And the thing of it is, this was the first time that I had gave myself a compliment in a little while. Because we laughed, didn't we?
Yeah, on the way home.
We
Gotta
laughed.
laugh, gotta laugh
We,
out of
no, we laughed because we had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were ecstatic because we was like we let Brighton have it.
Right.
We had
Let 'em up.
no, really, we was so
Yeah.
ecstatic.
Yeah.
And when I called the guy, I told him, "This is not real. This is a simulation. I'm supposed to get something from this madness because what you writing,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to see it, and I'm supposed to see it, and that's how we should look at it. We supposed to look at all of what's happening as far as music go, and we're all have the jazz connected. That's our connection.
Yes.
It's that what makes the music? What is our backstory? When you go up there and sing, have you ever heard Juanita Green sing "Summertime"? It's
Haven't
a
had the opportunity.
yes. It's a way that she does it that still gives her a proper. It's there were slaves that there were slaves that just kind of said, I'm just gonna like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna let them do. I ain't even gonna take a man. And that's where a lot of what we don't understand. A lot of our young girls, they think that you're original. No, you hurt, and you did what a lot of the slave women did.
Oh my God.
That they said, I'm just gonna like them, and if I like them, then it's gonna be good.
And give him more reason to like me. Huh?
Right. And if he like me, then and I'm just gonna settle into this pain. Yes. And that's how she sings it. But a lot of women, they had something in them that they might have got beat a little more, or they had something so they had so much love for God that even when they was there, they was
still
praying.
feel the
Oh,
sweetness.
yeah.
Even when they was being ripped apart,
Yes.
they was still God.
They didn't let
whoever
it break their soul.
whatever
you can't break
let
my
him
soul.
take my Bible.
There it is.
And
can't break my soul.
that's the power of, I believe, what jazz is.
Yes.
And that's why Darlene and I we enjoy the show because this was good for me when I really thought about it. But I dragged my
We got you.
I dragged because
Yes.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then, but that music inside of us that we all get to talk about. Let's talk about that music inside of us. What
it's
is that
sweet to
music
me.
inside us?
It's sweet to me. It's always been my love. Of course, I
Yeah.
grew up singing gospel,
Yeah.
R&B. I've been with bands. I've been with jazz bands. I've been with trios. But it's the jazz that really is just endeared to me and that I have an affinity for because you have to feel it. Like you gotta feel blues to sing it.
Yes.
You gotta feel
can't
jazz to
fake
sing
it.
You can't fake it. And when you do it honest, and when I sing it, I try to sing it honest.
Yeah.
And keep the honesty out of the jazz. When you told me it's about the whole note.
Yeah.
It ain't about it's the
Right,
whole
that-
note. And you have to respect jazz.
Yes.
And when you respect it and you sing it like when you sing Strange Fruit, and you sing it with your heart and your soul. That's what it gives. That's what a poet is. When you read a book, when you hear a good movie, that's what the arts is. We have to preserve it because it's how do you say, it's just innate in Detroit.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
go from
very
here
true.
all over. Milan, Italy.
Yeah.
We start here in Detroit and it just overflows into the whole country.
Yeah.
Very
And
Because
in the world because it's good, it's real.
it's so real.
And that's what I sing, that's what I feel.
Yes. And now one thing that I want to say too, I think, I wasn't hurt about the letter about what he was saying about me because I take it. I love to take it because you have to endure to the end. But the thing is, the cleverness of people, the cleverness of people that get a gift and it's so good and so sweet that they can't admit it.
Right.
Is the one that you need to watch out for in business and everything. When somebody was like, "Well, the music it was good, but I got 3 or 4 of those." No, you don't.
And it's in the Bible.
Yes.
It's in the Bible. The Bible tells us that when a person is attempting to buy something, they'll devalue it.
Yep, they'll devalue it.
But then when they turn to sell it,
Yep,
they'll up the value
Yep.
of it.
That's powerful.
Say that.
Thank you.
So we have to remember that too. The and our value, I think, even in jazz, the reason that I chose jazz is because I wanted something sophisticated.
Yeah.
I wanted something to take the I didn't want to be I didn't want to be that, but a lot of how I portray myself, and I want to talk about your lipstick. I wore your lipstick, the red lipstick. It's very important that you know this.
For sure. Okay.
But I would wear that lipstick, boy.
And that color is called Smashing.
that red, no, you the red.
Yes, called
Yes.
Smashing.
Cause we
That's
had
what
to
happened.
be
That's what had happened.
right. Let me tell you that when I wear that red slip, they be mad at me. They be so mad. It's so funny.
Oh my God.
And
I gotta see a sample of that.
Oh, you do. They be that don't I? They be so mad when I wear that. Baby. So, and so when I say about our entrepreneurs knowing what we need,
Yes.
because jazz is always sophisticated. It brings a aura that will confuse many. And see, that's what I love about jazz, because I love my neo soul, but I know what my neo soul does. It ain't gonna be pretty. I'm not gonna talk pretty when I do my neo soul music, and because it's soul music and it's gonna touch a certain part of me that you may not understand. So it's not for everybody.
I totally understand that.
But jazz is a place where everybody can come. And many of my peers will be like, well, how do you get that crowd? Well, it's a universal music. And sometimes it's not crossing over, it's just reading your room. Is it what we did Saturday.
Thank you. Very
But
much
then
so.
I did have a thing, because I had some of the best of the best, and one thing hit me. I was like, dang, we so dark. It was like, I'm being serious. Well, yeah. I looked at I was like, dang, I hope this don't backfire on me. I hope they more intelligent than what I'm thinking. Because my spirit had already dictated to me what was going to happen, and I saw it. I don't even think I shared it with you, but at some point I was like, ooh, I don't think I did this right. In my Chris Wright voice, I think I didn't mess up on this one. So hindsight, the spirit is telling me like, Sky, you should have read their rule. But we're not going to do that to our brothers, because the brothers that we have, they were the best of the best.
Thank you.
Yes.
And not taken away from Phil, not taken away from Phil, Rob, or any of them, but I wanted to have an older group, because I feel more nostalgic when I get those old.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they tore
For
it.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes, I get it.
Yeah. So enough about me. So let's talk about what you're doing, because we're gonna pick up. We're gonna do this again, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we do this again? Can we
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
this?
I'd
Can we
love to.
actually make this a series for the next 3 weeks?
Oh, wow.
Let's
Sounds
go.
great.
I mean, really.
That sounds good.
That's powerful.
It's a
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
message.
That's
Yeah,
powerful.
because
it is.
we're not blaming. We already know how you feel.
Oh yeah.
We want to know our backstory and how we can still. Because I'm still angry. I am. I'm angry.
You have every right to feel.
Feel what you
Every
feel.
But what
Yeah.
what hope my anger do is get me in the studio, and when you sing my song, you be like, what happened in that song?
You're right.
Don't give
'Cause
us
I-
some freestyle in the
Yeah,
studio.
you see.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I
Inspiration.
right. So,
That's right.
Aduni, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, so since Dooney is here, so come on, give us some intake. Cause thank you for just believing in the show and hanging out still with us. Dooney, what do you think about all of this?
Wow, you've been busy.
I mean,
For one, yes.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Jazz is so cool, and you know, I love the way you represent jazz, and putting forth how important it is in our listening, in our sharing and singing and the feeling of it. Oh my God. When Darlene sang Nancy Wilson, I almost flipped out. And y'all hear me?
yes, we hear you. You be Veronique. Veronique.
So anyway, yeah.
Well, that's okay because Darlene is going to she's working on Anita Baker, so I just wanted to let y'all know that. She's in training right now.
Cat out the
I
bag,
know.
didn't she?
So why is she making them faces over there?
Yeah, that means she really doing it.
So when is the Elizabeth the Elizabeth conference?
Oh, that's May the 12th and 13th. It's the Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
Not on Mother's Day, but that Friday and Saturday, and it's going to be at the St. Matthew St. Joseph Episcopal Church.
Okay.
And they have a all-purpose room with theater, and then the basement we have all our vendors and such.
Okay, that's
but
perfect.
our speakers are amazing.
That's
amazing.
beautiful.
It is
Yes, that's
really
beautiful.
a culmination of
Now-
the different speakers that we have had over the year.
Okay.
We will be celebrating 1 year in May
Yes,
of having
that's
the
beautiful.
Grand Rising Elizabeth show, which is just off the hook.
It sure
It's Monday
is.
through
When is your event?
My pre-Mother's Day pop-up event is May 7th.
Okay, May 7th. So we got May. We have May
12th and 13th.
12th and 13th for Dooney, Queen of Dooney, and we have May 7th.
The week before that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, for
And
Rosa Renee.
beautiful. What's coming up for you?
The Temple of I Am Community Health Fair and Mammogram Day.
Okay.
We are accepting vendors, sponsors, community partners
Okay.
who share health and healing resources.
Now, what day is that?
The event is on September 16th.
September 16th.
But they have until July 1st to sign up.
Okay, so we gonna work on that. Let me help and promote
Thank
and
you.
help. No, really, stay on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what do we have coming up for you, beloved?
Well, of course, the Satin Down Review, April 29th,
April 29th,
back at
29th,
Birds.
yes.
We're going to do that one, but that's the end of the
the
season.
last show of the season.
And then we're going to do another one in September.
Yes, and we're also going to be at the Meadowbrook Theater. Oh,
Meadowbrook.
I just want to say no. Let me tell you no.
Oh, yes.
No, I didn't tell you. You are going to be featured in duets. Not going to do the Meadowbrook. You're going to be featured in the duet show. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be
She'll bring it
wonderful.
out.
Yes, that's what I mean. I didn't get to tell you.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I got a new production, and you're going to be one of our stars for that show.
Oh my
So
goodness.
you can't be on that show because you're going to be working on the duet show.
Okay. That was the
Yes.
Meadowbrook. But we do have something back in Andiamo's in September.
Yep, September the 21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Well, I am doing with the trio, and I have Glenn Oliver on
Yes.
keyboards.
Yes.
I have Alex Brooks on drums. I also
Yes.
have Paul Stewart on bass.
Right.
And we're going to be there on St. Regis Legendary Jazz Series.
Yes.
Yes, that's
The
part of your-
WJZZ?
Yes.
WJZZ
Yes.
Jazz Radio,
Yes.
WJZZ Cool TV.
June 8th, and
Yes,
those tickets
June
will
8th.
start. I'll be on sale pretty soon for that.
Yes,
I think
and
it's 15 at the
your
door.
tickets start on the March 27th.
March 27th
Yeah, for the Satin Down
Satin
Review.
Downs, yes.
You can go. Yeah. you
I
can-
have physical tickets,
Yes,
hard copies.
yep.
I also have about some on the Eventbrite page
Yes.
as well. And also Level Rising. I wanted to
Yes.
don't forget about them.
Come on, yes.
Because July 22nd, and Misty Love is sponsoring something in the park. near Elmwood. I don't have all the details yet, but that's July 22nd. Love Horizon is
so
just
much.
a band that I've been with forever, and we like the neo soul.
Yes, I'm so excited about
yeah,
that.
so we got a lot of things going on with that, and I'm working with Paul Johnson as well pretty soon.
Yes.
We're gonna do a Donny Hathaway, Phyllis Hyman
Wow.
tribute, and kind of get it with the mental awareness of
Oh, yes.
depression and everything. We're gonna
Both of
incorporate
them.
that.
Oh, my
I think that's July
God.
15th, but I have flyers out and everything for that. So now I got to go find a hat.
Yeah, that's good.
I got to go find a Phyllis Hyman hat. Anybody
Oh
know
yeah,
where to
and
find
remember that outfit, the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
You gotta have the shoulder pads, so you
Always
still gotta get that.
that.
So and
Yes.
and Darlene, one more thing.
Oh,
And
yes.
Darlene, so what do you have to share with us, beloved?
What do I have to share? Woo! She
Oh,
likes to
no,
just
it's
put
like
me
it's like a
that.
poured out.
But I just want to share the fact that, I asked in prayer for a sisterhood. I mean, a sisterhood that's not built on ego, nothing negative. I prayed to the Almighty for a sisterhood of camaraderie and of love and of respect, where we would share our gifts and be uplifting to one another.
Yeah.
So, you all are the presentation of what I dreamt of.
Excellent.
Queen Iduni.
Yes.
Lift our glasses.
Yes.
You all
Elizabeth.
are prayer
Yes.
answer.
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Yes.
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 Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, you are
So-
watching the Preservation of
Yes.
Jazz Live, the Preservation of Jazz Hour live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
All right.
Yes. So we got a lot of love to give. Now make sure that you look up Sheila Everett Hale. And hey, it's time to go. We love y'all.
We love you, Queen
Thank you.
Iduni.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Working with you on Sundays.
Thank you all. God bless you all.
Definitely.
Thank you, everybody. Ladies, thank y'all so much.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Wow.
Wow.
God bless
That
you.
went just
Yeah, so